powerful programs, powerful teams at UNLV. Huge run of success, now gets her head coaching opportunity in the Big Sky with Portland State. Tip time from Boulder. Jade Masagayo wins that tap with some ease over Ajay Yoakum. First possession for the Buffs in the home whites.
And good little crowd here at the CU Event Center for this one.
Jade Masagayo, free throw line jumper, bounces out. Crashing the boards, but Anael Dutau can't pull that one away, and Portland State fends off the first Colorado possession. Vikings basketball in green. Stuck in the top of the key and hands it away. 9 seconds to shoot. Portland State moving it around. Christina Monk had it, number 10. She gave it away out to Kylie Brown. Brown left side, 1 to shoot. They're not going to get it away. Colorado gets a defensive stop on a shot clock violation.
Exactly, and one of those signature CU efforts, again, as we talked about how much, and we'll continue to talk about how much rosters change throughout the league, throughout the landscape of the NCAA, but one of those consistents for CU, that defensive intensity, which we just saw in perfect sync.
Number 3 drops in a 3. Desiree Wooten, that's something she can do for the Buffs this year.
Say one of those 5 transfers coming in. Immediate impact. You got new players, but have a ton of experience.
Open lane for a drive for Lainey Torres Kahapea, and she's somebody to watch for today. She might be able to do some things against the Buffs. Good challenge for her. There's an offensive board for the Buffs from Logyn Greer. Couldn't convert a follow-up. Run down for Portland State. Ball poked away. There's Kennedy Sanders.
I say, just with the sticky fingers, disrupts the pass and comes up with the steal and the bucket on the other end. Well done.
One of just 3 returning players for the Buffs. Kennedy Sanders in the starting lineup, as is Jade Masagayo. Those 2 are returners. Starters Desiree Wooten, Logyn Greer, and Anael Dutau, the starters, the 5 for J.R. Payne today. Portland State looking for their first points. Ball was juggled while she was in the air, so a chance to catch and reset, but then couldn't hit a shot. Cece Ellington trying to get some work done inside.
I say, great battle, though. What a move on the baseline. Just can't quite get above that defense.
Masagayo looks inside, can't connect. Off the fingertips of Anael Dutau, goes by AD.
And again, Wooten with plenty of time and plenty of space to knock that one down. And Kennedy Sanders, what a nice play.
Buffs have 5 points on the board after that lay-in by Sanders, and now Portland State will get on the board for the first time. Kylie Brown inside. Masagayo right side, working toward the post. We'll send it back out to Wooten, now back inside to Masagayo. Yeah, she was behind AD on the cut. Buffs give it away. 2 Buffs and 2 Vikings are at the officials table waiting for a horn to check in. We'll get 4 new faces at a minimum. 3 on the way. Lefty shot is up and good. Back-to-back buckets for Kylie Brown.
And just a nice execution by Kylie. She had a good defense, good contest, but knocks it down.
Inside, Brown gets banged into. They're letting them play here. Some good contact down in the paint.
I was gonna say.
Play on. Oh my gosh, it's increased over there. Now it's 6 new faces we're gonna see at the next horn. 4 Buffs are gonna check in at the next horn. 2 Vikings. Ball taken away after a travel. That's a turnover for the Vikings. The Vikings starters, Ajay Yoakum, Cece Ellington, Christina Monk, Lainey Torres Kahapea, and Kylie Brown were the original starters, but now a whole bunch of new faces are coming in. Couple subs for Portland State, 4 new Buffaloes in. The only starter to stay on the floor is Dutau.
I'll say once again, that signature of head coach J.R. Payne, working with the lineup, working with every puzzle piece she has.
Dutau sends it out, 3 on the way, no good from Ariana Gooden on the offensive glass. Go the Buffaloes.
Of course, again, if you watch Dutau off the ball, you'll see once a shot is released, she's already in position. She is so strategic and thoughtful about making sure she's putting her body in the right place for that rebound. You'll see her if she's not getting a hand on that ball, she is right next to it.
First free throws of the day against New Mexico. Anael hit 4 of 4 against the Lobos, and against Louisville, Utah was 0 for 2 from the line. Look for a better result on the second free throw. Up and good. Buffalo's back up 6 to 5. Hannah Chicken and Sophie Buzzard just checked in. Chicken and Buzzard both just came in at the same time
Well
for
done.
Portland State. Love it.
Nicely done.
For Colorado, they sent in those 4. Update you on that as this possession works for the Vikings. Down by 1, Portland State. Dribble around, that's Torres Kahapea. 3 on the way, she's been good before. She'll miss that one off the iron, Kylie Brown.
Again, just the defensive intensity forcing Portland State to throw up. Not the best shot, but a good look nonetheless under the circumstances.
For the Buffs, Gooden, O'Connor, Crook, and Zadell all checked in. Zadell just gave that away. Drive to the left side, and the bucket is good. Buffalo's from Claire O'Connor.
Claire O'Connor, that lefty, just a little bit disruptive.
Anna Chicken wears number 9, one of 3 Australian players on the roster, and she's going to score right there. Chicken inside, puts it away.
Great awareness. CU just not in the right position defensively. Chicken had a wide open lane and converts.
I have called a lot of games over the years. I've never had a player named Chicken, so I'm trying to.
It's the first?
I'm trying to.
Congratulations.
He's into that.
This game, yeah, I know. Lean into it.
Mid-range overshot by Zadell, and on the other side of that, Utah had the rebound. She's fouled. 8-7, Colorado has the lead, and there's a break on the floor with that whistle.
Guys, you look at many of those games that area, you're going to see Elisa Van Gore game leader stat of some kind.
Yeah, usually if you pulled up a box score and you saw 17 rebounds, you'd be like, holy cow, what a game. But if you looked at Van Gore's box scores almost every game,
That's right.
13, 19, 17. Loose ball picked up by the Vikings on offense. They retain it, 15 seconds to shoot out of the first timeout of our game today. Getting down near 4 minutes left in the first. Drive and a basket. Couple buckets converted by Hannah Chicken, scoring nicely for the Vikings, and they take a lead at 9-8.
Again, great awareness by Chicken. Zadell just not quite in position.
Lefty 3, Claire O'Connor. Played at Gonzaga last year. She was part of the team that ended the Buffs season last year. A starter in that game here when Gonzaga beat the Buffs in the women's basketball invitational tournament.
And again, when you talk about that transfer impact, a player that's played at a high level, has a lot of high-level game reps, easy to plug in.
Vikings get the answer basket back to 11-11. And there's a traveling call. That's foot shuffle from Claire O'Connor. Cece Ellington got that basket a moment ago, the redshirt senior who played at both Loyola Marymount and Grambling State. First-year head coach. Congratulations again to Carly Burris. Got her first win beating Willamette. She got a Gatorade bottles shower in the locker room. Saw a picture of that. Team celebrating a coach's first career win.
As I say, as you should, milestone moment.
Pour it on. There's an offensive foul on a screen try. That was not executed properly. Taylor Moffitt was going to try a 3, but the whistle stops that.
I say, just give Portland State credit. They're aggressive, attacking pretty hard. Screen was just a little too much.
Mentioned the UNLV years for Carly Burris. What a run for them. Some 30-win seasons at the top of the Mountain West. She played at Portland in her collegiate days. And I think she lost her final game to Portland State back in her playing days, now coaching the team that ended her career.
Right, which is, yes, there's some crazy symmetry there.
Complaint there from Cece Ellington, thought she was getting pestered by the defense from the backside, talking that one out. Buffaloes will take the turnover. 11-11 the score. Out goes Claire O'Connor. I think it was Desiree Wooten who came back in for the Buffs. Ziona Walker has come off the bench in now all 3 games, working her way back from an injury, so they're kind of managing her minutes. But at Louisville, they decided we're going to have to let her roll here. Up over 20 minutes of play in that one, and led the team with 19 points. Shot on the way, bounces off the iron, Wooten no good. And a foul on that rebound on the ball bouncing down. That's going against the Buffs. It'll be Jade Crook.
I say, as they're battling for position down there, credit to Yoakum, who just had a great box out and kind of earned that whistle for sure.
Jade Crook, a freshman from Australia. I mentioned that Portland State, they have 3 players from Australia. Heavy representation from down under today. Shot swatted away by Crook. Up goes the shot, and again, that is defended well by Crook. Brown missed the shot.
Say, the double block had those stats.
Piling them up. Whistle, no basket. Vikings fouled earlier on that one, and that was Kylie Brown on the other end who picked up her first foul after she didn't get the result she wanted on the other side. 4 team fouls for the Vikings, 1 for the Buffs. Ziona Walker steps inside the arc, lifts a 2 and missed that too strong. Across the midcourt line, spins Kylie Brown. Pass tossed into the reach of Logyn Greer. Logan at 6'4", long wingspan, picks that off Walker, left side, lays it in, and the Buffs score in transition.
It's a good finish for CU, yes. Greer just right of the way of that passing lane. Good position, easy steal.
Good job keeping her vision angle both on her mark and on the pass. Saw that and easily poked it away. 3 misses the mark for the Vikings. That was Cece Ellington. Tries to drive it, bounced it off of herself. It stays alive for a shot, and Greer missed it. Now a foul on the tie-up after the miss. It will be Logyn Greer's foul. Second foul committed by the Buffaloes.
I'd say a little frantic, a little chaotic here these last few possessions here up and down the floor. But again, Greer just in the right position there and help side. Nice little finish on the other end. But both last couple possessions, both teams little frenzied, little clumsy.
In front of the Vikings bench, it's gathered up by Lainey Torres-Capella. And that one passes through, touched by CU. Out of bounds it goes.
I'll say CC wanted that one back immediately after she let that go. A little too much on it, but she had the right idea.
Baseline inbound, triggered by Torres-Capella. Now 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Buffalo's leading by 2. Drop a pass through the defense. Walker was there, as was Greer. That's off the Buffs out of bounds. Now 7 seconds to shoot. We've seen 1 shot clock violation already in the quarter from the Vikings. Buffs will try to clamp down here with 7 to shoot. And won't have to work very long. Jaden Masagayo reaches in on the inbound pass. Buffs run it, and the skip pass down the left side into the camera row. Somebody got a good shot of that basketball.
Those are the kinds of mistakes, those turnovers early in the season, just a little painful, but those are the kinds of things, right? You're really looking to clean up before conference. You have make a great defensive play, but then turn it over. It's just a bad pass decision, not a bad idea.
Greer gets the run out, right side lays it in after the 8th combined, or making the 13th combined turnover between the 2 teams in this quarter. Greer scores it.
Yeah, it's just a nice textbook fast break for the Buffs on that.
That was the 8th turnover for Portland State, 5 for the Buffs. They've got 3 to shoot. Tied up in the paint is Brown, and the arrow's going to stay with Portland State. They'll have 2.2 seconds to try to do something after the Buffs extended to a 15-11 lead.
CU's defensive pressure here, of course, Jade Masagayo, just the nice little give and go. Logyn Greer finishes on the other end. That's the kind of disciplined, thoughtful, fast break you want to see. Not trying to force that pass and create a turnover. That's what coaches are looking for.
Need a quick shot. That's going to roll the clock out. Bounced it off the thigh of Jade Masagayo. And Portland State coaching brain trust right there on your screen. Jason Green, Danny Sanchez. Probably already working on the scout and the game plan right there, but here to take in some hoop.
I know, a lot to be excited about for the Buffs this fall.
You like the offensive rebounds?
Love it. Love it.
Get up
Logyn
on the glass, Logyn Greer.
Exactly. Make it count. Kept that ball high. Textbook.
Logyn will keep getting minutes if she's going to keep doing that. This coaching staff, well known, as most are, but I'd say even this group a little more high octane about the glass battles and the defensive effort.
Yes, shooters have the green light. Let it go. And rebounders, we want you in position.
Pretty good D here from the Buffs. Intense defense, and Wooten's going to reach in and take it away. Steal for Colorado. Now poked. Oh, wow, nice play, but then Wooten quickly answers it. Cece Ellington made a nice play, and Wooten has the quick twitch to get it back before it bounced out of bounds off of her. And now Anael Dutah is fouled underneath on the other end. Buffs getting up and down quickly.
I'm saying Cece Ellington kind of give it just some respect there.
Yeah, big smile on that. Colorado gets up to a 17-11 lead as they now go up by 6. That's their largest lead of the day. And it's AD as those who are trying to learn all the new faces and names on the roster will get. Anael Dutah from France, played at Rhode Island. She has had a great start for the Buffs. We talked about it, couple double-doubles to open her ledger at CU. Yeah,
in previous 3 years, she had a total of 6 double-doubles at Rhode Island, already putting up a couple more, her 8th career.
Well, doing that at Louisville on the road, ranked team, a team that plays fast in Louisville. They pester you, they put a lot of pressure on you. That's a very respectable double-double.
Absolutely.
Buffs, we're trying to double up there on Taylor Moffitt, and a foul called.
AD will take a little rest.
Yeah, Buffalo send in Maeve Mackerlane. Number 13 for the Buffs. Jade Crook also checks in as out goes Logyn Greer. 18-11 Colorado. Jade Masagayo runs out on D, forced to travel there. She got a little stutter out of the feet of Kylie Brown. Talking about soccer coaches being in the building, I was talking to Jade Masagayo a couple days ago. I said, man, did you happen to hear about that volleyball match on Thursday against TCU, the 5-setter over TCU ranked team? She goes, oh, I was here. I was freaking out. Jade Masagayo from the basketball team supporting Jesse Mahoney's volleyball squad as soccer now supports women's hoops today.
Absolutely, love to see it. Athletes, a lot of good things for volleyball soccer going on right now.
Shot missed everything, and Portland State brings it back the other way. For the Vikings, early season for them, they're going to get a 3 launched by Kylie Brown, and that barely got iron. Crook has it. Foul committed by Christina Monk. For Portland State, they're down by 7 now. They got out of the first quarter down by 4, but this, if you're coaching in little chunks here, little like learning pods for Portland State, here's a spot where I think they got to dig in their heels. Like, we can't let this get big before halftime. Let's just see if we can make it another small margin quarter.
Exactly. Can you chip away a little bit? Can you get some good shots off? And right now, that's been tough to do for them.
Buffs have the general size advantage coming off of a game against a team in Louisville that plays very fast. Not a big team, Louisville, but they are quick, play with some pace. Step back, Wooten. Yeah, that looked pretty good the entire way. She drops the low 3 on the fingers after that make.
That's right, just how she was drawing it up. Made her own opportunity on that.
Fans are waving the yellow 3 cards, and that might be something to get used to, fans, with Wooten on the shot. There's a lob up, trying to get that inside to Ajay Yokum. Buffs poke it away. Turnovers mounting for Portland State, double figures and beyond already for the Vikings. Crook was pushed a little bit, and if you get away with it, it's not a foul. Taylor Moffitt Gives up size, but gets a little bump on Crook on the jump toward that pass.
Yeah, you'll see the Buffs really working a lot of this high-low. It's going to get there. It's still just a little raw. Personnel, some game reps, they're working on it.
There's a deep drop from Lainey Torres-Kahapea. She's one to watch offensively, player who can get to work for the Vikings. Buffs have 3 subs waiting. See a heavy sub rotation today, I'm sure. Gooden gets a nice screen from Masagayo and cashes that in.
Yeah, beautiful play, beautiful read. Nice little pull up.
Ariana Gooden, freshman from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Her mom's in the house today. Gets to see Ariana make nice use of a Masagayo screen. Here's a foul from the Buffs down along the baseline. Inbound opportunity. Buffalo's Ariana or Anna Gooden, the freshman.
I know, nice screen by Jade Masagayo. Finds that inside lane, pulls up just perfectly. Well executed by CU and Gooden.
Let's see, they changed that foul. I think now they said it went to Jade Crook for her second. They had it on Mackerlane for a moment, but it is 2 fouls for Crook, who heads to the bench. Buffs have Claire O'Connor defending the ball. Out pops Sophie Zadell. 3 up and looked pretty good. Missed it off the iron. Taylor Moffitt. Offensive glass for Portland State, falling out of bounds. And the assist by Ariana Gooden, who helps up the capsized Hannah Chicken, who went down to the floor with that.
A little bit of sportsmanship.
Hey, never a bad idea. Never a wrong time. Well, I guess there are a few wrong times.
There could be. There could be some wrong times.
Finish your play first. There's a whistle as the Buffs move the ball around on offense. That'll be a Portland State foul.
As I'm saying, credit AD again. She's so strategic off the ball. She's constantly moving. She really earned that whistle. Defense just trying to stay with her.
Hannah Chicken charged with the foul. Fighting that ball up is Zadell. Couldn't get it down. Sophie Zadell from San Antonio, Texas, freshman.
And tough defense on that, but got at least shot up, got it on the board.
Ball poked away. Good denial defense. Ariana Gooden drives it and scores it. The freshman guard, Ariana Gooden, converts after her steal. Nancy Wilson, of course, legendary band Heart. And there is a song called Wholehearted, so I've given you enough Google fodder to go Google around out there for a while. Go do some musical
connection,
Googling.
exactly.
Yeah, whatever.
After the game, after the game.
Okay, yeah, stay with us. Bounce that off the foot of the Buffalo, and Jade Masagayo among the Buffs on the bench, standing up and applauding the CU defense with the shutdown in the corner. It's out of bounds, stays in possession of Portland State. It got 3 subs on Portland State with a heavy rotation there. It's Jay Yoakum, number 5, number 8, Cece Ellington, number 11, Lainey Torres-Kahapea, all checking in.
Woo.
It'll go to CU, and there again is Ariana Gooden on some hustle D, forcing the issue, and Portland State mishandles it out of bounds.
As I say, that CU just intensity, right? Not giving an inch. There are no wrinkles for Portland State to work with.
Sophie Zadell looking for a cut and finally gets one, and a nice finish. Ziona Walker.
What a delivery and what a finish by Walker. Zadell making that work.
Zadell was insisting that she make that move to the bucket. Finally got it. Now a tie-up. Toriano Towns, associate head coach, first one up, cheering on the D.
And you'll see here, Buffs, a bit of a broken play here. Just a good reading that defense, good pass. And what a finish by Walker. Again, they're kind of broken down. She's looking for that pass. They make a nice move. Just enough on the board. Beautiful.
Trying to kick that back out again. The Buffs just hands everywhere. Had 6 arms around that basketball. They get it away. Zadell couldn't Paw the pass down by the paint, bounces away. Now the Buffs take it away again. Zion Walker feeds it up front to Claire O'Connor, drives left side, blocked. It'll be the Buffaloes basketball, clean block by Cece Ellington.
Yeah, credit Ellington after just complete frustration on the offensive end. Makes a bit of a stop with that block, but CU, again, that defensive pressure, just so disruptive. They're usually finding, what happens is CU can't quite turn the corner on kind of turning that frantic defensive energy into slowing it down just a one gear, making it work on offense.
There is a former Buff in the house today who had to take some time in her career to figure out how to slow that down to finish an offense, and got pretty good at it by the end of her run. They have an honor at halftime for Jalen Sherrod, and we'll get a chance to talk with Jalen on our broadcast in the third quarter today. And another takeaway. Buffs are just piling them up now. Walker has it, runs it, flings a pass, finish, and one for Ariana Gooden.
I was going to say, and get to the line now. Buffs really making a difference here again. Once again, another steal, their 9th steal of the game. Slowing it down on that fast break, making it work, getting to the line. Good at making sure she finishes as well.
Logyn Greer is in. She's on the right side of this free throw rebound setup. Opposite of her is Anael Dutah. Up goes Gooden with the shot. Walker's out there, as is Maeve Mackerlane for the moment, but now a couple of subs are working in. Wooten is on the floor, number 3. Jade Masagayo pops in. Gave you that school profile of Portland State. They're in the Big Sky Conference. They were picked to finish last in their conference this year after a rough season last year, went 4-24. They had lost 16 consecutive games going back to last year before beating Willamette a couple days back. But they're in the Big Sky 10-team conference. Portland State in that preseason poll for the Big Sky. It's Montana State who swept the preseason vote to win the Big Sky this year, Montana State. It got to the rim before the shot clock expired, cleaned up and put back in by Hannah Chicken.
I say, good extra effort.
The Chicken hustles back on defense and bumps Masagayo a little bit, forced the ball off of her out of bounds to Colorado. And Hannah Chicken, nice work up and down both sides of the court for the freshman from Australia.
Yeah, just an impact player, making every bit of that count. Here she is again. Was just a little short. Right there, reads a room perfectly.
Bucket, Chicken.
Bucket. Nicely done. Nicely done.
You want me to stop yet?
No, I think,
I think
just finding your rhythm here.
Yeah, just a little bit of improv. trying a couple things out. Not that they're not obvious. Ball up, and that's back iron from Desiree Wooten. Missed the 3. It's 30-16. Buffaloes lead by 14 points. Northern Colorado out of Greeley plays in the Big Sky, of course, for those from around the Colorado area. UNC Bears, part of the conference that Portland State plays in. As the Vikings kind of wild around the rim. That one flies out of bounds, last touched by the green team, and the Buffs have it back.
Yoakum just trying to get something to happen there. Not a lot of room to move inside, of course, a bit outsized.
Gooden takes the inbound toss from Claire O'Connor. Now up top, had it, cut through the lane. Looking for it was Maeve Mackerlane. Wooten goes down the left side, right-hand layup is good.
Cece Ellington in disbelief there, not sure where she came from. Well, that's just a great offensive player making a play.
There's a foul inside. Nice take to the left side of the rim by Ajay Yoakum, a redshirt senior forward.
And again, right off the screen, Cece just out of position. Went like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take this all the way in. Thank you very much. There is no help side. Left alone.
Buffs have committed 3 fouls now. First free throw no good for Ajay Yoakum from Portland, Oregon. Played at Eastern Arizona, FIU, Arizona in her path. Now redshirt senior, back in her hometown. got the second free throw. Maeve Mackerlane picked up that foul. First foul for Maeve. Masagayo backs down left side. Nice finish. Smooth stuff from Jade Masagayo.
So pretty. Just a nice little dribble. Gets in position and such a quick release on that turn.
Rebound, good position from Claire O'Connor on the shot miss by Portland State. Gooden surveys the left side D, works it around, still on the left side, now centering it up with Masagayo, right side, shot up, O'Connor, short on the three. Good box out, Masagayo trying to get to that, couldn't get around Yoakum.
Yeah, exactly, just perfect box out, and you're not gonna get it without going through me.
Just over 1 minute left in the first half, shot up, that's short. Got her own miss, but then lost it. Christina Monk had a second chance. Buffs poke it away. Now Gooden's fouled by Lainey Torres Kahapea.
Yeah. Lainey I got to slow this down somehow, some way. I know how this one is.
Throw myself in front of this. 34-17 on a football Sunday. Got a football score on the board. Buffs leading large, doubling up right now on Portland State. Mentioned the preseason poll in the Big Sky. In the Big 12, Colorado picked to finish 9th out of 16 teams. But that preseason poll had to be brutal for people to vote on because there's so many new faces. Really hard to know. I don't know what you're going to get here. We're going to have to do a checkpoint about 25% of the way in to see where everybody's at.
I was going to say, it's fascinating to see the metrics, how much they're impacted, right? As you said, roster turnover. So many of these teams have such new influence, such new puzzle pieces. Those preseason polls are truly a speculation game.
Yeah, they always have been. I'd say more so now.
Absolutely.
That's a rough game to play voting on those things. Left side drive and finished by Kylie Brown. Silverton, Oregon, her hometown. Silverton High. Now a sophomore Brown. She scores it. Quickly down. Buffs wasting no time. Crook spins and scores. Jade Crook with the bucket. The freshman from Australia.
Nice little move, making it count. Nothing on the inside, turns back outside.
3 points for Jade Crook. 30 seconds left, first half. Buffs defense continues to smother the ball. Trying to work through the bodies and fling that up. There's part of the scoring array of Torres Kahapea. And she gets one back, takes it away, and scores back-to-back buckets. She's dialed in now.
As I say, she's locking it in. There's a little bit of that competitive spirit.
Buffs in front of the first half clock. They'll lose it, and Portland State will take the air out of that last couple seconds. 37-23. Buffs scored 22 points in the second quarter after a 15-point first quarter. First half thought, Cammie?
I tell you what, Buffs, with the defensive intensity, 7 steals in the second quarter. That's the difference maker here for CU.
Halftime in Boulder. Now they're going to Hawaii. Good stuff to start the year for CU basketball. We start the second half with the Buffs up by 14.
Yeah, none of those logistics that you want early in the season. That's for Sheets to stress about.
Okay. She's up on that wall of honor here at the CU Event Center. Now coaching with the Buffs. Inside Buffs, second half. Working inside. Good finish, Logyn Greer.
So pretty, just on the baseline angle. And again, Logyn Greer, that height advantage, making sure she finishes strong.
Ziona Walker starting the second half, did not start this game. It hasn't started one yet for the Buffs, but it's not long before that's likely to happen. Ziona in to start the second half. Foul here for Colorado. Defensively out on the perimeter.
I say limited in that preseason. Now that she's finding her stride. Again, coaches find what's working.
Utah had the foul. First personal for AD. Pass trying to stay away from the reach of Masagayo, rolls its way back toward center court. Now down to 7 seconds to shoot. Torres Kahapea dribbles with it, has an opportunity to get a 3 up, doesn't do that yet, down to 1 second. Buffs tie it up, and the shot clock buzzer sounds. Happened in the first quarter pretty early on, and now at the start of the second half, Buffs do it again, extinguishing a shot clock for Portland State.
Lainey was doing her best, just ran out of real estate, ran out of time.
Walker, Wooten, Greer, Masagayo, and Utah, the second half starters. Yoakum, Ellington, Monk. Torres Kahapea shot up for Greer's too strong. Kahapea has the rebound. Brown also starting the second half. The original 5 starters for Portland State start the second half also. Whistle, Buffalo's foul on the drive to the basket by Yoakum.
Yoakum with the extra effort here has Jade a little bit off balance, and Greer coming over her help, just not quite clean.
Jade Masagayo's first foul. Team has committed 2. 8:42 to go, third quarter.
She's giving up on a shoelace. Just forget.
Tuck it.
There you go. You just gotta be ready.
First free throw, good. Yoakum has 2 points now. 2 of 3 from the free throw line. For Portland State, Ajay Yoakum leading in rebounds. She has 5 for the team. That's the most of any player in the game, number 5 with 5 rebounds, as that was a bright spot for Portland State, out rebounding the Buffs 16-8 in the first half. Corner, Utah drives, nice take. Too strong, got her own miss, kicks it out, Walker, short on the 3, gets her own miss, drives it, scoops it, spins it, and it rolls away. But free throws will be the result of that move to the basket by Ziona Walker.
As a excellent second effort, and certainly does everything she can to get that spin and drop it in just short.
She had a spinning finish earlier too. Walker with 7 points in the game for the Buffs has a couple free throws here. She's hit her only free throw of the game so far. Here's her second. Good on the bounce. 8 points, that ties the team high mark. Share now with Desiree Wooten, who has 8. Couple threes for Wooten. And again good from Walker. Portland State, long drive across the paint, missed the shot, swatted away by Greer as she denies Monk on the shot.
Yeah, that's gonna be definitive.
Masagayo spun it, missed the shot. It's gonna be a foul against Portland State underneath. Greer was down there on the miss by Masagayo. Foul comes against the Vikings. Monk.
Again, Monk's all over the, I got this rebound. Logyn Greer just steps right in. No, that's not how this is gonna go down. And on the end, you're in. Jade Masagayo, just a little too much on that.
Inbound, deflected, will stay right in the same spot for CU. Number 4, Sophie Buzzard down low. Defending, drive, and a smooth finish. Nice move to the rim by Anael Duta.
Again, I know I feel like I've mentioned it a few times, but again, her body control and as smooth as she is off the dribble and when she's attacking those rebounds, just really impressive what I'm seeing from AD.
Step under, tried to get that up on the rim, did, but bounced away for Kylie Brown. And the Buffs wasting no time. Ziona Walker, double digits again today in scoring. Now a throwaway, too much on it. Greer drives and will shoot 2 free throws. Talk about the body control. That's, you know, at 6'4", that's one of those things, it's not a given. I mean, you get a lot of really athletic performers at this level, but syncing that up as a young player, pretty impressive to have the size, the length, and the agility, the athleticism.
Oh, absolutely. Combined. Like, makes a decision to kind of take that cross step and finish with the left and make it look so good. Definitely impressive.
First free throw bounces out, and Logyn Greer suffered every moment of that. She doubled over in distress after the missed free throw. Appreciate that she cares about stripe results, and from the free throw stripe that time, she's good. Buffalo's practicing some pressure here, keeping the heat on defensively. Covering up in the backcourt as the Vikings inbounded. Try to gather that in and get away from the defense. Brown lost the grip on it.
Yeah, Brown saw the opportunity, just ball wasn't coming with her.
Crook is open. Good job finding the open option there. Utah gave it to her, and Crook hits the shot.
Yeah, knocks it down like you said. Driving that baseline, finding that open player, knowing that you've drawn that help side, there's someone open.
Timeout called by Portland State. Vikings will take a timeout as Colorado is once again doubling up on the Vikings. It was 34-17.
11 points, 4 for 6 from the field and a board.
Buffaloes have 12 steals, 4 of those to Ziona Walker. She has 4 steals in the game on a day when Jalen Sherrod is being honored. She is saluting the Buffs.
Absolutely.
Pickpocket legend. Shot up and good. 3 drained by Kylie Brown. She's put up some nice shots today. She's had a lot of pressure from the Buffs D, but pretty good shooting stroke.
As I say, you look at Portland State, really outmatched, right, in terms of size underneath, but they have not been able to get off many threes at all. Only 3 for 7 today. They've only taken 7 threes, just have not been able to find any room to start taking some of those outside shots.
Jade Crook, a freshman, trying to gather in a pass from Ariana Gooden, a freshman. 5 freshmen, new collegiate players for the Buffs. A very tight bond for those 5. There's hands-on from the freshman Jade Crook. That's a whistle against the defense for 2 hands D'ing. And they're saying Claire O'Connor. That's who they give to Claire O'Connor, so it's not Crook. O'Connor has 1 foul. Brown kicks it to the corner. 3 too strong, but foul knocked down in front of the bench. And ooh, little leg pain after the collapse down by Sophie Buzzard, a freshman from the state of Washington.
I say, starts firing that 3. Just a little contact. Hard closeout by Claire O'Connor. Goes down hard.
3 free throws for Sophie Buzzard. This is the 5th free throw shot today by Portland State. The Buffs have shot 11 free throws in the game. The first one's good. And Sophie Buzzard has her first point. She has her second point. Yeah, why not make it a trifecta? Clean visit to the stripe. She overshot the 3, but was fouled on that, and she perfectly shot all 3 of the free throws. 3 canned by Sophie Buzzard, 48-30. Traveling violation as Sophie Zadell tried to decide what she wanted to do with that, shuffled them.
Got a little excited. Move the feet before that ball hit the ground.
Bodies to the floor, Buffs pull it away.
Somebody grab that.
Yeah, ball rolling around available. Colorado, as they have all day long, they take away the loose basketball. Chance to get up into the 50s in scoring now, up by 18 at 48-30. Utah is going to lift a 3, hit the glass first, bounced away, foul on the rebound. That's against Portland State, as Ajay Yoakum was overmatched by the rebound effort of the Buffs. She commits the foul. Timeout on the floor, timeout, and the Buffs cruising in the third, 4:58 to go, 48.
You know, just put Colorado back on the map and put us in a position where people, you know, knew the standard of excellence that we have here at this university and what this program has done over so many years. So I really, it's a blessing. Like I told Coach Jay, like I still feel like it's all so surreal. It's happened so fast. Like the fact that this is almost year 3 being removed, it's flown by so fast.
As I say, has there been enough time to be able to reflect on your CU time and unpack that a little bit, and what kind of hits your heart and mind when you think about your time at CU?
I want to say I very much so gotten a chance to unpack it. I think being back here and seeing, you know, so many people, so many faces, it kind of like just hits like, oh man, like you're really old. But no, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being back in Boulder. This is my first time back in a while, so I'm excited.
I was here for your whole run at CU, and Kennedy Sanders, was she here?
She was a freshman.
1 year?
She was one for.
So there's one player for CU now. You talk about feeling old or not being back for a while. So Kennedy's here, but otherwise, all new Buffaloes. What's it like? You were sitting right here courtside. What's it like for you watching this team now, and how does that feel? Almost like an out-of-body moment for you?
Honestly, I was talking about Kennedy yesterday. I got the chance to come to practice, and I was just saying, like, she's really grown into herself. Like, you tell, like, me, Kendall, we were the upperclassmen while she was here, but she's really grown into herself as a point guard. I said, from now to when she was a freshman, she's gotten so much better and just grown in so many areas. And I'm really happy that, you know, she's seeing success.
Do you see some of those just foundational pieces when you see an entirely new roster, right? You recognize Kennedy, but do you see like, oh yeah, I see what Coach T's doing. I see these similarities.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, the standard is always going to be the standard when it comes to JR&T. Like, playing hard is not an option. That's a requirement when you play for them. So I think they always are going to play hard. They're always going to walk into gyms with a chip on your shoulder, because that's just the energy, that's the experience of being a Colorado Buff. So definitely can see that. Definitely think that they're doing a great job of that. I mean, the Louisville game, in my opinion, they should have won it. It was a very winnable game, but, you know, that's a learning lesson, and they'll take that going forward into Big 12 play.
Jalen Sherrod with us, and Jalen, the Wayback Machine, when you first came to CU, I remember when you first got here, and you rephrase this for me if I say it wrong, but maybe a little under-recruited, I think, about a high school. And, you know, talk about that. I mean, a lot players, young players who look at you now or look at anybody in the WNBA, you win a title with the Liberty, but it wasn't like an obvious process for you, or this thing, I'm going all the way. You had to work hard to get there. It started off interestingly for you, kind of, and how you landed here.
Yeah, so Colorado ended up being my only Power 5 offer coming into college, and JRT at the time, I was just laughing at Alex Earlis here, Chandrika Lee, Jill Mahoney. That was my original OG crew when I got here. And just so many hours, so many conversations of just like self-belief and pushing through, and to your point, going, you know, still when I got to the league, being undrafted and still finding myself on the championship team. I don't know why my story is written the way it is, but I wouldn't want to do it any other way. I've learned so much along the way, and just about, you know, everybody's story is different, but it doesn't mean you can't still reach success. So.
Little moments I remember talking to you after your freshman year, and you shouldn't remember this, but I asked you, because you came from a place very different than Colorado, and how do you like it? How's it going here? And I was asking, so I'm like, please don't leave. And you were just kind of like, no, it's pretty good. And the way you answered it, I thought, yeah, I think it's working. I think she's going to stick it out.
Yeah.
So I remember that being a happy moment for me, where I was like, yes. And I think the coaching staff, obviously, a lot of players talk about that. That's a big reason players stick around here.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I think your experience here, I'm guessing, maybe was a little bit, I don't know, different or maybe more fulfilling than you might have guessed. And like you said, only, you know, Power 4 offer you had. So it's, you know, kind of cool it all spun that way for you.
Yeah, no, I've told everybody to stick around, because things are changing so much in the world of college athletics that it's just, I would say, just a constant cycle of so much change, not a lot of stability. But I think at the end of the day, go where you love, go where you're happy, because I say it all the time with people, do what you love, because on the days where it gets hard, at least you can say I'm doing what I love. So, because it does get hard on all levels. College was hard. You know, I never loved the snow. I love Boulder, but every time it snowed, I told JR I was ready to transfer. She still jokes with me now about that. So it matters, though. Loyalty was big for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about it, maybe a couple memories for you on the floor here, but I remember a game against Utah. Big, you guys were going into the season, highly ranked. It was the conference opener, sold-out crowd here. I'm sure you remember that, but memories for you, what do you take away, or when you just reflect back on those years, what really stands out from, like, actually on the floor moments for you?
On the floor, I laughed about this yesterday, about the black eyes for senior night.
That's right.
My mom was so mad because I didn't play with a mask that game. I had it on at first, and then I threw it off. She was so mad. But I would say that one is a memory just because all my pictures have black eyes in them. So,
Oh, right.
remember those
memories.
war rooms. But that was, I mean, we had so many good games here. UCLA coming in that year when it was our first sold-out game.
Opportunities as we continue through the season, and particularly in Big 12 play, to see where that goes.
Logyn Greer might be setting career highs about every game here. She's a freshman. She scored 13 points against Louisville. That was her best mark so far in their second game. Now she has 14 and continues to do things offensively. And that'll be an important piece for Colorado. They have some a little bit of returning contribution. They've got a lot of transfer contribution, but that freshman class, if they can get those young players in the mix early on, that's going to really bode well for the Buffs, not only this year, but for the next few. Greer off to a good start in her freshman year.
And specifically in this early in the season, right? In this non-conference grind, you can get some of those reps, really work on just some of that game confidence for your young players. That's huge.
Buffs have it to Walker on the left wing. 10 seconds to shoot. Sophie Zadell had it. Now she's setting a screen for Desiree Wooten. Puts up a three with a little defensive traffic on her hip. Offensive board. And it's tied up. The glass grab by Maeve Mackerlane, but she was tied.
Say Mackerlane was ready for that finish.
For Portland State. I was going to ask you, Cammie, just, you played here at Colorado. You've been around the game a long time. First-year head coach Carly Burris, team that went 4-24 last year, picked to finish last in the Big Sky. In a game like this, you're going in against kind of a Goliath compared to, Willamette, who you recently saw. No disrespect, I love Willamette, dang it. But what do you do now? What are you doing for the last 8:47, 8:46 here in your first year? Got your first win recently. What do we want here from a first-year head coach?
Right now it really is execution and those little things, right? Are you playing clean basketball? You have a clean possession. Are those fundamentals? Right, Laney, you're getting out there, disruption to pass. Are you in the right possession on defense, or are you late for help side? All these things that you're looking to build during this last bit of this fourth quarter, just kind of resume building, if you will.
Inside to Zadell. She's fouled, going to shoot two. I like your recipe there, what you just talked about, the resume building. And I don't think it's different for the Buffs. For example, Sophie Zadell, a freshman from San Antonio at the line. Things to work on here down the stretch. Misses that first free throw. Zadell, check out her braids, by the way. Look at those braids on Zadell. There's a reason I'm saying that. I was given some intel before the game that free throw's going to bounce out, and the Buffs are going to keep it after it's lost out of bounds on the rebound. So Ariana Gooden is a freshman. So is Sophie Zadell. Zadell going out right here, and Ariana's mom is in town. Ariana's mom, Amber, did the braiding for Sophie Zadell, so there's a little hair share going on.
I like it, the hair share, yeah.
Freshman
I
and getting the parental involvement.
Yes,
So I was told
this.
before the game, important developing story pregame was that
Yeah, breaking news.
Ariana's mom was helping Sophie get all game ready.
I like it, stepping in, supporting the freshman.
You know, if you have a huge game, then it's one of those you're like, well, man, you got to come back for every game. You got to braid my hair every time.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're locked in.
You got a heavy travel budget to continue what we started here. At 61-36, Buffs 2-point basket here would put a palindrome on the scoreboard. Let's do it. Can't be a three. It can't be a three. It's got to be a two. Somebody out there's Googling palindrome. Oh, we don't have it. It's long on the shot from Walker. Walker with 11 points. Greer has taken over the team lead with 16 points. Big third quarter. Tuesday night, Buffs will be back at it, continuing the non-conference schedule before the Hawaii trip. Boise State in town from the Mountain West. Ball bounces away, Buffs poke away another. Running Greer takes the pass.
Oh.
Had a missed dribble there, then tries to fling a pass back out of bounds it goes. Colorado now 13 turnovers in the game, 13 for the Buffs. 23 turnovers by Portland State. 15 of those are steals by Colorado.
I was gonna say.
And make it 16, they just updated. 16 steals, Walker has 6.
Amazing. Again, the defensive intensity, the commitment. Portland State, 13 of 34 from the field. They've only taken 34 shots, mainly because they've had to use every bit of the shot clock most of these possessions.
It was a good look at a three from the left side that bounces away from Torres Pahapea. Walker gets around the D, but then overshot it. Crook tried to swat it back out. It went to the Vikings.
Yeah, she gambled with that little bit of that reach around, and then Walker just gave it a little too much.
We'll often teach a young post player the speed of the game, grab the ball, don't swat it. Maybe that one was one where Crook really didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a grab to it, so she tried to just punch it somewhere, but working on the power grabs, sometimes a mission at the younger class levels on a collegiate team. We'll talk about that, I imagine, among other things. This ball goes to the backcourt, and it's a backcourt violation. That's interesting in my mind. Two buffs are going to check in, Ariana Gooden and Claire O'Connor.
Again, we talked about what Portland State's really focused on, and you see this kind of game for CU too, that kind of sloppy turnover. Head coach J.R. Payne, that's what you also want to see. You want to see your offense with this much of a lead still play clean basketball, still tighten that up. Don't get too loose with those passes, with that offensive intensity.
Shot bounced away. Nobody scored here for a while. Buffs haven't scored in over 2.5 minutes now. Sitting on 61. Still have the palindrome in play. Crook. O'Connor. Lost it behind her back, and it's loose. Crook gathers it back, drives, spins, shoots it, bounces away. Flying in for the rebound, AD. And the Buffs have another round of shot clock. Went back to 20 seconds, now down to 13. Crook down the lane, pushes her defender away, and puts a palindrome on the scoreboard.
It happened.
It did.
You can celebrate.
63-36. CeCe Ellington came in a moment ago for Portland State. Now a couple Vikings, a couple more are going to come in on this horn. It'll be Monk checking in along with Caitlin Best coming in for the Vikings, and back in Sophie Zadell. And down the lane, Jade Crook got him to 63, made that a palindrome. We go to a timeout, 4:56 at CU of 18. It's like, yeah, that could really move a long way up and down.
Oh, absolutely. And again, with the amount of turnover on most rosters this season and what ends up being nearly every season, yeah, there's a lot of movement to be had when we hit that conference season.
Sophie Buzzard at the line. Got one of them. Got a couple of them. Buzzard makes it 63-38. Gooden, Crook. O'Connor has the basketball. Zadell cutting down low.
Oh.
Out on the right side is Utah. O'Connor is going to put up the three. Back iron, no good. Offensive glass, back up for AD. Two Buffs fight for it. Zadell takes it from AD, spins it up. Now Utah has it and is fouled. And the Buffs bench appreciates the late game effort with a big lead, still pounding the boards.
As saying, we see Portland State, we've seen CU do this a bit this game too, kind of drop back into a zone, just flashing in a little bit of a different look. CU, you mentioned Zadell working that baseline, finding kind of that short corner, had a couple different opportunities. But again, that's a hard switch to make on offense. It's such a different rhythm within that zone. But some good looks by Zadell working that baseline.
That was 5 fouls for... We had a foul out there, double checking it. I'm sure I don't see the stats wrong. We've had a couple of glitches in the foul count. No, that was a 5th foul for Monk. So out went Christina Monk with 5. 13 points today for Kylie Brown for Portland State. In the bucket right side. Nice play down low. Quick score from Sophie Zadell.
Good execution on the inbounds by CU. We've seen a couple of those other plays not quite pan out, not quite on the same page. Good successful operation there.
Foul from Colorado. I think it was Utah who got that. And to the free throw line goes Caitlin Best, sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Best at the line. Looking at the Portland State results of the day, Kylie Brown, 13 points, hit 5 of 10 shots, pretty good against a defense that was really stingy against Portland State, making it hard to get shots. She hit 5 of 10, 3 threes on the day for Kylie Brown. Leads the team to 13 points, 9 for Hannah Chicken in the game. Leading rebounders, 5 for Yoakum and 5 for Torres Kahapea.
Yeah, Brown was really the only one able to find that outside shot. The best option against these tall, athletic buffs. She was the only one finding the opportunities.
Buffs defense still working hard, flexing to the basketball in a zone look. Pop it away, another turnover forced. For Colorado, 16 points for Logyn Greer on 7 of 11 shooting. Great day from the floor for Greer. 6 rebounds also. 16 points, 6 boards for the freshman Greer. 11 points for Ziona Walker, 4 of 9 shooting. Didn't hit a 3 today, 0 for 3, but still finding a way to score points with 11 for Walker. And steals, 6 of them for Ziona Walker today, 6 takeaways. High minutes right now to Desiree Wooten and Anael Dita, 23 minutes each, leading the Buffs in the minute column. High 3 on the way. That would have ripped the net off it if it would have made it.
Oh.
Whistle and a couple free throws for Colorado. A little nose damage there. Ouch for Caitlin Best.
She felt that one. Jade with a quick turn. Get to the line.
4 Vikings are checking in. A little limp for number 4, Sophie Buzzard. We saw her go down earlier. Got Jay Yoakum is in. And is that Ryan Jekyll? No, it might have been, that was Kylie Brown, I think, who came in. And Taylor Moffitt out there. 66 points for the Buffs. Jade Crook missed the next one. And a whistle, and they count in the bucket. Offensive glass. Nope. No, that was on the floor. All right, I thought I saw a little score it gesture there. 66-38. Buffaloes inbounding under the basket. 2:55 to go, 4th quarter. Good people of the state of Colorado. Once this is over, then you're dismissed to watch Chiefs and Broncos, but you're not going there yet.
That's right. Not
or
quite.
You can double screen it. You can 2 screen. We don't mind that.
That's true. You can multitask.
66-38 on the traveling call against Colorado. The Buffaloes have turned it over 17 times today. We'll talk about that. Corner 3 up. Bench ready to give it up for Taylor Moffitt. Couldn't get the shot down, and now she bumps Maeve Mackerlane into the Portland State bench. Caitlin Best, the foul, and it's Maeve Mackerlane. The Buffs are loving it up. Mackerlane smiling about it. Redshirt junior played at DePaul. Mackerlane is at the line. She double checking the flow here. Mackerlane did not score. Oh, no, she did. She had 2 points against New Mexico. Okay, I was trying to figure out why they were giving it up so good there. There's a free throw from Maeve Mackerlane, and the Buffs have 6-7. 67-38.
Here all weekend.
I was mandatorily instructed that I had to give the 6-7 gesture. And I was like, the what? Google. No, I knew what it was. I actually knew it. I just don't think I can pull it off like the cool kids.
You spend, roughly 30 seconds with the middle schooler.
6-7.
Yeah.
They 6-7'd it for us today. 68-40 now. The Buffs, as more importantly, Mackerlane hit both of those free throws. Nice job by her to get off of 6-7.
Off of 6-7.
And now from the corner, Claire O'Connor splashes one down. O'Connor adding some fun with her three. Second three of the day for Claire, 8 points.
Oh, pretty.
Pass inside and the finish. Cash that in. Yoakum got the bucket.
That's what to do, ladies.
Lane lets a three go and hits that. At no points a moment ago, now has 5, couple free throws and a 3. That was her first field goal shot of the game. Lane hits a 3.
I say as the bunch erupts in some cheers and celebration. You know, head coach Aaron Payne mentioned Lane's one of those players early on. She's been one of the most vocal leaders in practice, which has impressed head coach J.R. Payne.
Out of Philadelphia, played at DePaul. Her prep days, Academy of Notre Dame de Namur. I'll have to look into that one a little more. For Portland State, now under a minute with the basketball. They've got Air Force 2 days from now, so they're staying in Colorado to take on the Air Force Academy Falcons. 3 good, knocked down from deep by Kylie Brown. 2-game swing here thanks to Andy Jabonik, the sports information media relations contact for Portland State. Andy, thanks for the work and providing the information, and thanks as always to Malala Pyle with Colorado. She's double dutying right now with volleyball and women's basketball. Volleyball for CU having a great year, ranking the top 25 among the leaders in the Big 12. 3 knocked down. Thought her day might have been done. Logyn Greer wasn't done yet. She's got 19, her new career best across 3 games played at Colorado. 19 for Greer, her second 3 of the day.
I tell you what a game she's having. So efficient.
Second 19-point performance for a Buff in their first 3 games. The rebounder there had the other ones. Iona Walker had 19, and Logyn Greer will also join us on headset in a moment as Greer goes off for 19 points. And the Buffs 77-45, second ever meeting, first time they've met in almost 43 years, Portland State and Colorado. The Buffs